Please recite the refuge with me. To the Buddha I return and rely, vowing that all living beings profoundly understand the great way and bring forth the Bodhi mind. To the Dharma I return and rely, vowing that all living beings deeply enter the sutra and have wisdom like the sea. To the Sangha I return and rely, vowing that all living beings deeply enter the sutra and have wisdom like the sea.
Love and compassion to all.
May 28th, 1950 to February 26th, 2026. 75 years and 9 months. A woman of many names, starting with Diane Patricia Jones and ending with Dr. Venerable Pannavati, Bhikkhuni Maha Theri. A woman who lived a full and ever-changing life, many accomplishments and recognitions. 75 years and 9 months. And in the end, February 26th, 2026, her final teaching was impermanence. All conditional phenomena are like a dream, an illusion, a bubble, a shadow, morning dew, or a flash of lightning. All sentient beings will definitely die. All inanimate things will definitely perish. This principle applies to my body, which is composed of the 4 great elements. I will be separated from my family and friends one day. Time is pushing my age forward. Early youth is followed by the robust years of life, which is followed by old age, which is followed by death. sounds, or flowing water never return after they are gone. The thoughts and words of this very moment have already become impermanent. I will come closer and closer to death. Death has no set time to it. I could go to the next world at any moment, simply because my breathing stops. I can take no worldly possessions whatsoever with me to the next world. These principles apply to my very own body. Shakyamuni Buddha has taught us all conditioned things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, one turns away from suffering. Buddha Master speaks that all conditioned phenomena are impermanent. And as Joe spoke so well in his last Dharma talk on the Dharma of contemplation, impermanence is the first of the 8 fundamental right views relating to learning Buddhism and cultivation. All fruits resulting from a mind of impermanence are causes of cultivation. Venerable Pannavati has consistently talked of impermanence in many Dharma talks and Dharma studies and pointed to the importance of this realization. So, today I will speak briefly about an intimate teacher we all know well, impermanence. We live it every day, all day long. Look around. Go ahead, look around. Look at the faces. Look at the bodies. The altar. The altars. Look around. This is impermanence. You've just witnessed impermanence. And the next moment, and the next moment, and the next moment, and the next breath, and the next breath, and the next breath. Pay attention, for goodness sakes. It is not an abstract doctrine, but the lived fact that shapes every breath we take. I am of the nature to grow old. There is no way to escape growing old. I am of the nature to have ill health. There is no way to escape having ill health. I am of the nature to die. There is no way to escape death. All that is dear to me and everyone I love are of the nature to change. There is no way to escape being separated from them. My actions are my only true belongings. I cannot escape the consequences of my actions. My actions are the ground upon which I stand. So our bodies grow old, they age, and return to the elements. Feelings arise and pass: joy, grief, reassurance, fear. Even our most cherished relationships and familiar forms will transform. This is not meant to frighten us. It is the way reality is, and knowing it clearly brings freedom. Brings freedom. Venerable talked over and over again that that's the golden light. Freedom. Freedom from suffering. Freedom from pain. Freedom from our mind. Freedom. So when change touches us, our habitual responses is often clinging. Wanting the pleasant to remain, pausing the painful, pushing the painful away, or trying to hold a steady ground when it is shifting beneath us. Clinging creates suffering because it resists what is already happening. It's already happening. And yet we work at clinging and grasping and holding attachment. It's a natural phenomenon. And we talk about it here and in all the books that you've read, but we keep doing it. That's suffering. That's pain. And that won't get us to freedom. Mindfulness gives us another way to see change as it is, moment by moment, without needing to fix or deny it. Venerable Pannavati is dead. She is gone. Bless her heart, she is on to the line of freedom. May it be so. And we are here. We are here together. So there is a time of grief and clinging and attachment and sorrow and tears. That also is normal. But there is also a time to bless her and be grateful for her and be happy that she is released from this body. It served her well until it didn't. And may we be grateful that she is now released from that. And that she is still guiding us. I'm certain she's probably here going, Soma. I thought for a minute maybe I would be a little late, just in honor of her. Otherwise. Let's just take a minute to practice with this simple inquiry. So just kind of gather yourself. A simple inquiry. Notice something small that is changing right now. The breath, a sound, a sensation in the body, and watch it unfold. When attention is steady and gentle, as you sit here with this inquiry, you begin to see the rising and passing in real time. This direct seeing softens the grip of fear and attachment. From that openness, compassion naturally grows for ourselves who suffer and for others who suffer too. Take this moment to just experience what you just sat with. Impermanence also invites gratitude. If everything were impermanent, our encounters would lose the depth. sometimes we can be grateful that this has passed. This too has passed. We are free of whatever it was that was working on us and pushing us. Gratitude that I just enjoyed this wonderful meal. Gratitude that we had the sunshine, the warmth. Gratitude that we're sitting right here. This too is not permanent. The preciousness of each meeting, each gesture, each teaching is revealed because it is fleeting. Recognizing this, we wake up to how significant ordinary acts of kindness, practice, and presence are. Wake up. Every moment, every encounter, every breath, awaken. In times of loss, like now, after the passing of our teacher, impermanence is both a sting and balm. We grieve what we miss. Yet when we remember that the teachings and the kindness she shared were not fixed to a single form, we find they continue. Yes, it was in the form, but it was the Dharma that we experienced, that we saw. And when we cling to the form, we experience sadness and suffering. But to rejoice in the Dharma and rejoice in all that she gave us through the Dharma is what this is all about. Thank God for impermanence, because it doesn't end, it continues. We find they continue and continue and continue, living in our practice, in the way we care for one another, in the lineage that passes from heart to heart. Let loss be a doorway to renewed practice, not an ending. Not an ending. Let your life be a living practice of letting go, not coldly, but with warmth and clarity. Our teacher, our abbot, has passed from this life. For many of us, this feels like a ground giving way beneath our feet. Not only the loss of a person we loved, but the loss of an anchor, a living example of the Dharma. And I definitely feel that, and I know you all do too. She wasn't always easy. But she was an ordinary being that was here to teach us. And through that not easy part, and the joyful part, and the laughter, and the teaching, she gave us, she pointed that finger. And if we were brave enough, courageous enough, strong enough, open enough, we got the teachings. Sometimes I had to be reminded, that's a teaching. Okay. Maybe in a minute, but right now, that was a hard one. For me, it was 10 years of that finger pointing. And I know I've shared it with you, I will share it again. I had just ordained as a novice. We left for India. We traveled 27 hours. And as we were landing, she turned to me and said, now when you get off the plane, they will ask you for blessings. And I turned to her and I said, we just traveled 27 hours and you tell me that now? But that was Venerable, and you all know that. She gets the signal, and away we go. What's your signal? Are you quiet enough to listen to it? Do you take the time to let the pond settle? To allow yourself to have learned from her, to know that that's when the real growth begins. To take time to listen to the signal, to know what it is, to not jump on it, although she did a fair amount of that, but to be with it and say, what is this? What has this got to teach me? And how can I work with it? I speak to you now as one who is also grieving, as someone who has experienced great and meaningful losses, has walked alongside many in sorrow, and to offer with the support of the board, which we have, and Brian will speak to that after our Dharma today, the board and the monastics, the steadiness, the guidance, and small map for how we may move forward together. We will move forward. Not alone, but together. Not separate, but together. What joy is that in such an opportunity to be grateful for this, that we are in this time and place to step into this. Yes, allow the grief to happen. Allow our sorrows to be there. But don't attach to them. Don't cling to them. Let them pass. It's impermanent. You all know that. Anyone who has lost anything, not just a person, a job, a car, a community, that's life. That's impermanence. So let's look at some important considerations as we step into these next days and weeks and months. Grief is the heart's natural work when someone close to us passes. It's natural. Buddha Master talks about that. It's natural. Let it come without judging it. Some days the tears will be heavy. Don't I know that? Some days you will feel light. Just this morning, Busita checked in with me and I said, I got 6 hours of sleep last night. Until today, I was waking up at 3. 6 hours. That was profound. I usually want 7. And sometimes I wake up and the sun is up. I think, what happened? Some days the tears will be heavy. Some days you will feel light. Some moments grief will arrive at very inconvenient times. And that's how it is. We need to allow grief to have its space. We can have informal ceremonies. We can gather together in small groups or large groups. We can be in private meditation. It's all part of healing. We don't rush it. Do not rush it. On the other hand, do not cling to it. Let it move through. We accompany it with mindfulness, noticing sensations, thoughts, and emotions without becoming lost in them. Remember and practice the teachings. Our teacher's greatest inheritance is not possessions, but the Dharma practiced and shared. And didn't she do that? All night, all right. How many times did we sit here and she was just said, I'm going to end in 5 minutes. And 20 minutes later, she's still going strong. In the days ahead, let us redouble our practice. Practice keeps us rooted. It honors our teacher more than words alone. Don't rush into the next thing. Allow yourselves this time, this precious time. We will never have this moment with our teacher in this way again. As I mentioned, the Buddha taught impermanence. Buddha Master teaches it is the first of the fundamental views of our cultivation. Everything changes, and our teachers, Venerable Pannavati and Pannadipa, also taught kindness, generosity, and clear seeing. These are the living threads that connect us beyond form. Beyond form. Hold rites and rituals with intention. You all may have your own way of doing that. Rituals help us mark the passage, whatever that might look like. Whether it is memorial offerings or quiet vigils, approach these with mindful intention. Be present. Don't just be, oh, I should do this. Be mindful. Be present. Rituals are not mere formalities. They help embody respect, release attachment, and stabilize the heart. We will hold this altar for 49 days. We will burn a candle for 49 days. Not to cling, not to attach, but to honor, to remember, and to be present with her spirit. Protect the Dharma lineage and the teachings. Heartwood's lineage, multi-lineage. Our lineage is more than a title. We are a multi-lineage. We are a multi-lineage. Let compassion be our first response, toward ourselves first, toward those who disagree, and toward those of the unknown. Speak with kindness. If tension arises, take time, breathe, and return to the practice before reacting. We get prickly in these moments to people that don't even know what we're going through. Not their fault. They don't get it because we are holding something very precious. And yet we're ordinary human beings. Forgive yourself for those moments. Let impermanence open the heart. The Venerable's passing is a profound reminder. All that is formed is subject to change. Use this as a contemplative door. All that is formed is subject to change. Recognize what you cherish. Practice letting go. And awaken to deeper loving kindness to yourself and to others. This is not a resignation. This is a liberation. Know it. Feel it. Acknowledge it. In honoring impermanence, we honor our teacher. So I'm going to ask us to settle in for a meditation at this time. Let us sit together until the bell rings. Settle into your usual posture. Soften the gaze or close the eyes. Intend to meet what arises with clarity and kindness. Take in a deep breath and release that breath slowly and gently, allowing the body to relax into its natural state. Bring presence to the natural breath. Follow its full cycle without changing it. If attention drifts, just notice and return. Anchor in the felt sense of breathing as a continual process of arising and passing. During this quiet stillness, let us open to impermanence. Bring to mind something that has changed or ended, be it Venerable's death or any other loss or change. Allow those thoughts and images and feelings arise. Observe them with awareness. They will appear, shift, and dissolve, like weather moving through the sky. Maintain the breath as an anchor. Meet whatever arises with clarity. soften toward the experience. Hold it with steadfastness and steadiness rather than avoidance. Allow compassion toward yourself. May I be present for this. Grief is not pure, it is complex. Let's enter into remembering if helpful. Imagine placing what feels heavy into the current of experience. Not forcing disappearance, but allowing movement. You may bring a brief memory of what you value about what has been lost. Letting gratitude and grief coexist. Check in with the breath. Note any shift in tone or clarity. And as we begin to close this meditation, set a simple intention for maybe just the next hour. One gentle act or moment of presence. Having sat in stillness and reflection, we now dedicate the merit generated through this gathering. Through our meditation, reflection, and sincere intention, to Venerable Pannavati. If she has not yet reached final liberation, may this merit support her favorable rebirth, clarity of mind, and swift progress on the path to awakening. May all beings in every realm be free from suffering. May those who grieve find comfort in the Dharma. May we be inspired with the Venerable's example. Walk the noble path with diligence and compassion. To Venerable Pannavati, we bow in gratitude. Your body has passed, but the Dharma you embodied remains alive within us. May peace prevail in all directions. Life and death are supreme importance. Time passes quickly and opportunities are lost. Take heed. Do not squander your life.
Close your eyes, breathe it in. Let the stillness begin. Feel the light in your chest. Let your soul find rest. You've been chasing, always trying, running fast, but never finding what was waiting deep inside. A peace that never hides. No more fear, no more fight, just the calm of endless light. When you let go, you'll see the love that sets you free. Spiritual peace and happiness. It's not out there, it's within your chest. When you stop the noise and listen close, you'll find the truth your spirit knows. Spiritual peace and happiness. You were born with all of this. Let the light wash over you and feel your heart renew. And feel your heart renew. Walk slow, breathe deep, stay kind. Leave the heavy world behind. Every tear, every scar led you right to where you are. You don't need to prove your worth. You've been magic since your birth. Every moment, every breath is love that never lasts. Spiritual peace and happiness. It's not out there, it's within your chest. When you stop the noise and listen close, you'll find the truth your spirit knows. Spiritual peace and happiness. You were born with all of this. Let the light wash over you and feel your heart renew. And feel your heart renew. Let go, be free, let your soul align. You're divine by design. Every step, every smile, every day. Peace and happiness will stay.